Realty, and to you today about charitable gifting of real estate because 99% of the nonprofits in the world don't realize that they can take real estate. They think it's too complicated, too risky, too much liability. And I want you to know that we do have a way to be able to do this to where all the nonprofits get all the benefits and the donor gets all the tax incentive, the benefit of the write-off. And I am the go-to person for you to talk to here in Sacramento for learning about this. I'll come to your board meeting and present. Um, Financial advisors need to know about this. Your attorneys and your CPAs, insurance people that deal with this. This is new information. I talked to one of my good friends that's a financial advisor, and she says, "Oh yeah, I know about that." After I talked to her more in depth, she went, "Oh, this is different."
You know what,
So she,
Claudia? Let's stop and let's talk about that bullet point, because what we want the viewers to know is this is not what you think it is. It is not complicated, and the financial advisors, God bless them, they've been bringing 65% of the 9 billion a year that's coming in does come from financial advisors. But what we want them to know is we have now got an easy way for you to liquidate those assets with really no effort on your part as a financial advisor. And when those funds come from the from the donation, from the transaction, you can put it in a donor advised fund. Why don't we, Claudia, share with the viewers a little bit about how you came into the Real Agents of Change and what has you so excited about this?
well, my friend Ann Shoemaker sent me your book, and she just saw that this was so right up my alley to be able to be presenting this and getting involved with this. And it is, some people think, oh, it's too good to be true. I mean, they think that because it is so great. I mean, it's a win-win for everybody. And I am so excited to be involved with this, to be able to help all of these nonprofits. We've got 13,000 nonprofits here in Sacramento County, and they're all hurting. I mean, most of them are hurting, and they need help. And it's all they have to do is get this information out to their donors so they're aware that they can give real estate. And because the nonprofits, they don't have to take title to the real estate. They don't have to do anything. They don't have to come up with any money. We handle all of that in our how we process this, and it's just it's so exciting because this is so great for everybody. Everybody wins.
Now let me
And so,
ask you,
uh-huh.
you and I, I'm sorry, we've got a little bit of a delay here. You and I spoke with your church a few days ago, and they were so open-minded and visionary and gracious and community focused. Uh, what did you say to them to have them be so ready to receive this new information?
Well, I'm a founding board member of Spiritual Life Center, and now I'm back on the board again after 23 years. And fundraising is always at the top of our minds because we're always needing to bring in money. And this was just so exciting to bring this to my board, and I knew they were going to be excited about it because it is terrific. And um, so it was great having you present to the group and answering a lot of their questions because people, it's hard for people to get their minds around this because it is so new, but yet it's been around for a long time. It's just people aren't tapping into it. And so very exciting. So the board is meeting and going to implement how to utilize this the best way?
Let's share with everyone the 3 ways that a donor can help nonprofits through gifts of real estate. Um, what's the first way, Claudia? Do you remember the worst way?
Oh gosh, if you would explain this, Cami, I would really appreciate it because that tells the story so well. People really get it, and that's why I was wanted you to share that with my church.
Nice. Well, friends, there's 3 ways. The first way is the worst way, and it's a way that's so common, but it's so misunderstood. So people will say, the nonprofit will say, listen, go sell your property and give us the proceeds when you're done. This is very common. Here's the problem with that. If a property owner sells their property the traditional way, pays capital gains tax, etc., and gives whatever's left to the nonprofit they love, first of all, Uncle Sam gets a big chunk. So the nonprofit world gets the least amount. The donor gets no tax benefits. Well, that's not true. They do get tax benefits, but not as good as they could.
Good.
So it's the least advantageous to everyone. It is outdated, it is old-fashioned, and don't do that. If you hear a nonprofit say, oh, just go sell your real estate and give us the proceeds, call Claudia, because that's not the way to do it. The second way is if the donor donates the real estate directly to the nonprofit or multiple nonprofits that they want to benefit. Friends, here's the problem with that. Let's just use Girls and Boys Club as an example. If the donor wants to donate to them, the problem is they won't take it. 99.9% of nonprofits do not have a real estate department. They do not have the funds to pay off mortgages, to give donors cash if they want to tailor down the gift. They will not take on the risk and responsibility of taking title and paying taxes and insurance and all these things. So 99.9% of nonprofits will just say no for lots of reasons. So the second way is very inefficient, and it is the hardest way, because if a nonprofit does, it's going to take them months of board meetings to figure out how to get it done. So what Claudia and I want to present to you is the third way. It's the easiest win-win-win way. So here at the Real Agents of Change, we've put together all the resources you need, and our team has a specialized nonprofit, and all you need to know is when the donor wants to donate real estate, there is this specialized nonprofit that takes title, gives them the tax incentives that they want. They're off the deed within 30 days. The mortgage is paid off. They can get cash in their hand if they want it. And then when the specialized nonprofit hires Claudia or whoever is around the country that is in another state, then when it's sold, the proceeds can be given to that nonprofit or multiple nonprofits, because that's another problem. Even if your church would take the real estate, what if the donor wants the animal rescue to get 20% and the veterans group to get 30%? In other words, it's too complicated. Let us help you do it the win-win-win easy way. All 1.5 million nonprofits qualify for this kind of a win-win-win. And right in Sacramento County, the 13,000 that need funding, guess what? You've got Claudia. Man, she's right there. And she's going to be putting together monthly gatherings. We don't know exactly where they're going to be yet, but you want to reach out to her and let her know, hey, when you do those gatherings, let me know. Our fundraiser, our CFO, financial advisors, CPAs, attorneys, accountants. If you're in that area, reach out to her, because she can hook you up with a way to make money, making a difference. Did I cover it?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. And I wanted to add that my financial friend Marilyn White asked me, well, why are you donating it to this nonprofit, this specialized nonprofit? So if you could explain that, that would be helpful.
Sure. So the question was, this third party, this entity that is taking title, Why are they a nonprofit and not a business? Because the whole reason that this works for everyone, the donor wants the tax advantage. So the donor has to donate to a 501c3 to get the tax advantage. That's why the middleman, the third party, the credible people that you have to come to our master class to learn exactly who they are, but they do it for Fidelity Charitables. They've been doing it for nonprofits all over the country for years, just never heard of it. So they are the 501c3 that gives the donor the tax advantages, and then when they have title, they list it with a real estate agent just like any other property owner would to sell it. The only difference is here we're guaranteed a full commission to list the property. So we want everyone to know everybody deserves to make money from making a difference. Yeah, Claudia's going to get a full commission, but guess what else she's going to get? She's going to get a check that averages $550,000 in equity proceeds to give to your nonprofit.
So financial people need to know about this. I can talk to your investor group. I am here to be able to get this information out to Sacramento, and I want to know you can get a hold of me at 916-995-2753. Thanks.
And we will put in the comments below, we'll put your phone number and email. We'll put our contact information as well. This is a public service announcement, friends. We're coming into the last quarter of the year, and donors, property owners, investors, high net worth individuals, those who have multiple properties who are needing a tax deduction, you get the tax deduction when you donate it. Last year we had a guy come to the table on December 14th. He needed a tax deduction. He had 13 vacant lots. And when he met with the specialized nonprofit, within 10 days, December 25th, I believe it was, they actually signed the papers, and that gentleman had his tax deduction in December. Now let me finish that story, and then I'll answer any other questions you might want me to share, Claudia. But the nonprofit that was going to benefit from that money was told, hey, I just gave some real estate to a specialized nonprofit. When it sells, your nonprofit's getting $400,000 to $600,000. And that nonprofit said, from real estate, can we do that again? And they said, yeah. So that nonprofit simply told their donors, hey, we don't know how this works, completely clueless, but we've learned that we're going to be getting money from real estate. So if any of you guys have any real estate, just want you to know we can benefit. So another woman raised her hand and said, I've got a property. It's in a 55 and older community in California. My mother left it to me. I'm never going to live there. I'll donate it. So those first 12 lots sold for $406,000 was the proceeds that went to that nonprofit. Then from December to June, the second property sold. That house was a $600,000 equity gift. Friends, $1 million, 2 gifts, 6 months from 2 donors, just because people learned what their options were. That's what we're doing, giving you options.
And what's so wonderful about our specialized nonprofit company that Cami has vetted, and that they will take the, if the house needs to be rehabbed, if they need to pay off a mortgage or liens, they are able to do that. Whereas a nonprofit, they can't deal with that. Takes them off their purpose. So that's why this really works. This is the best way to do it.
You got it, Claudia. And you know what? There are specialized nonprofits out there that won't pay off mortgages. They'll only do the donation if it's free and clear. So what we want you to know is whatever you think you know about gifts of real estate, washy-washy, erasey-racy, reach out. Let us know about your situation, because the fact is it could be a donation. Your nonprofit could be getting funded by an average of $550,000. You can get tax deductions, and donors, you're Googling, you're searching, you're trying to donate real estate. I hear about it all the time. Oh yeah, I tried to give it to my church. They wouldn't take it. I tried to give it to the Boys and Girls Club. It's okay. If you've tried to donate it and your nonprofit wouldn't take it, let us help you, and we promise you, your nonprofit will get the proceeds. Claudia, is there anything else you want our friends to know?
Not at this time. I think just give me a call and let's get the ball rolling to get you educated.
Amen. Property from anywhere in the country of any size. See you next time on the Real Agents of Change. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks.